Hello everyone. Today we are going to develop simple call center system addressing the Arena textbook. Uh, so last time I already provide a brief explanation about the system. So it has this is an overview of the system part basically, and we have three parts. So tech support, sales information, and order status. And we have incoming calls and about the asking about the product basically. And then if trunk line, so phone line, trunk line is available, and then the incoming call can seize the 1 unit of the trunk line, and 70% of the income, 76% of the incoming calls can go through the go through the technical support division, and other 16% will go through the sales information, and then 8% of the total incoming call will go through the order status inquiry. Okay, so technically we have three different services here, and then after the work, each incoming call will be released, release the trunk line, and then leave the system. Okay, so here is the information about the arrival time of the incoming calls. So incoming calls start at 0 time 0 and simulation time 0, and then interrupt time following the exponential distribution with mean of this 0.857 minute, and then time for caller to choose is taking the uniform distribution between 0.1 and 0.6. Okay, and based on this information, also the additional information addressing the textbook, we are going to develop the simulation model today here. So at the beginning of your modeling, we need to create the course arrival. Okay, so here's you can go to the discrete processing module panel, and traditionally the basic process, right? So here, if you put the discrete module and then type the name of this module as a create call arrival, and then entity type will be the incoming call. And this incoming call will follow the exponential distribution, right? Minute exponential distribution of what? 0.857, 0.857. Right, and then here we have so the initial generation, the entity generation, incoming call arrives at time 0 here, right? So first creation of the incoming call will be 0, and you can click OK. All right, and then we want to record the number of attempt call here. So in order to do that, let's put the record module right after the create module here. And you double click it, and you can choose count and number of count, and then we can check the number of attempted call. Click OK. And record module name is record attempt call, and click OK here. Also, after that, we can put the decide module, right, to check whether trunk line is available or not. So here, if you double click this design module, we can type the trunk line available, right? And to a change, and here we can use expression instead of the percent type. So in order to do that, you can choose two-way by condition instead of chance, right? So that we can use expression here. So choose expression because we need to check the whether trunk line is available or not, right? So here. And if you click the right button of your mouse, you can choose a build expression and type, or you can directly type this function, number busy basically. Trunk line is less than what? Capacity of the trunk line. So here, click OK. And after this, actually before this, before you do this, and then it's better to go to the data definition module panel, and then here is a resource. And by clicking, if you double click it here, this white area, you can create the resource called the trunk line. And trunk line here, we have how many trunk line we have. So we can type the trunk line and the fixed capacity of what? We have 26, right, trunk lines here. Okay. So if you go back to this design module, and then if you try to use a build expression, let's say we can use a build expression here. So there are multiple ways to build the expression actually. So here, build expression. Once again, if you double click, if you just click the right button of your mouse, you can see this pop-up window, and then click build expression. And here, since now we have what? Now we have a resource, right? So you can check the resource, click resource here, and then it also tells us the state, current state, idle state, and so on. But we are not focusing on this one. We can just check the current number schedules, which is capacity, right? So we can check whether number busy, current number busy. So whether the number of seeds trunk line is less than its capacity or not, right? So that if only since we have 26 trunk line, so if only one or two or the other or 25 trunk lines are used by other line, and that means it means that one actually incoming call can enter the system, right? So here, click OK. Right. And after this, we can put the another record module here. Oh, let me remove this one. So here, to count the number of rejected call here. Record rejected call for current hour period. Okay, and you can click add button, and here we are going to use the expression basically. So count one, and instead of the count, we can put the record into the set here, and let's say this set name is rejected call. And we can also use ain't function, which will make an integer value. So because the index of the set is always integer, right? So t now, current simulation time divided by 60, right? Which is a minute, right? So simulation time in minute, right? So t now divided by 60 will give you hour, right? And then you can basically set the index according to the simulation time, right? So based on the hour, right? So if you spend the less than 60 minutes, and basically the ain't function will provide 1, right, as an index of the set, this is set, and then next time is 2, and next time 3 and 4 and so on, right? Click OK. Next, we can put the dispose module, go to the discrete processing here, then dispose module for this rejected call, right? And let's change the name of this module. Dispose of rejected call, and make a connection from here to there, right? So we can record the rejected call here. So if trunk line is available, then incoming call can enter the system, right? Can see the one unit of trunk line here. So we can put the seize menu and then make a connection. This is a slight different from the old version of the Arena, so but still name is same. All right, and then here, let's say this name of this seize module, the seize trunk line, and click add button, and we can choose. Now you can choose this one, trunk line and one unit, right? So in one incoming call will seize the one unit of trunk line here. Okay. So you can click OK as well, right? And then next time we can put the delay module. Make a connection between them. And this is a what? Initial recording delay. And you follow the minute of what? Minute from distribution. So you can use a minute from distribution like here, and then 0.1, 0.6, and click OK. All right. And what's the next? And then next one, we can put the decide module again to assign the incoming call to the 3 different departments, right? So here, after spending this uniform distribution, and what? Uniform distribution, we can, the incoming call will be sent to the D3 department, right? So in this case, if you double click this decide module, we have to use what? And way by chance, because we have 3 different options. So first one, 76%. Next one is 16%. And then others will follow the fail line here, right? So first, second, and then third option, right? So first, for the first, we can put the assign module here. Sorry. This one, make a connection from here to here, right? And let's change the type of the entity as well. Assign tech call entity type, tech call entity type, and picture, and add the entity type. Let's change the entity type here, right? And let's say what? Tech call. Also, you can change the entity picture using assign module, right? So here, entity picture, and here you're going to use a red ball, yes. Click OK. let's assume that we can also put the delay module here. Because each tech call will spend the uniform distribution time here, delay, recording delay, and here minutes. Just be careful about time unit, and then also following the uniform distribution, another uniform distribution with these two parameters, 0.1, 0.5, right? Because if you look at the slide, and then we know that tech service actually support also has three different product types, right? And then this time is needed for the recording and choosing, right, of the product type, and then all tech support conversation will take this triangular distribution. Remember it, right? So we need to put another design module, right? After this time, we can put NWay by chance, click add, 25%. What else? 34%, right? And then others, right? And here we can also put another assign module. And if you double click it, you can change its name as what? Tech call one entity type and picture. Click add button. Here attribute. No, entity type. And we can say tech call one. Add you can say entity picture. It's still blue ball, green ball, red ball, yellow ball. Let's choose you can choose different actually picture. So let's choose the green ball. And then add attribute. And let's say tech call type. And this is one. So because one for the proc 1, and then 2 for the proc 2, and 3 for the proc 3, okay, for proc 3. And okay, yes, so this is for the first option here. And after this, what? Each entity has to go through the process, right? So this is tech agent actually. And before we do that, let's create the resource set first, okay? So in order to do that, we can create we can go to set, look, grouping here. So not grouping actually. Where was it? Set data definition. Yes. Yeah, sometimes is confused. Yes. So here, right? We also have a rejected call here to calculate the statistics basically for every hour. So here, if you double click this one, if you click this one, then let's double click this one as well, and then type it as a period 01. And then double click. So we are going to make a what? Control C and Control V here, and we are going to make technically 10 different slot here. Regarding the operation hour of this system, yes, it's better to have, better to have a 10 different period, and first one, and second one, and third one, and fourth one, and fifth one, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, all right, 10 rejected calls. Phew, yes, and counters, right? So we have this one. So by having this one, and then this record module can use this record set, right? So let me go back to the record set here again. And then, but in addition to that, we need to create the 3 different sets called product 1, product 2, and product 3. And these are the resource set. As you can see, the set type is resource, right? So there are actually many types of the set. Resource set, counter, which means a record set, right? Tally, statistic set, and then anti-type set, picture set, and so on. Queue set, storage set, others. So we have different sets. And here, definitely in the resource set, we need to, each resource can be the member of this. So in order to do that, let's put the resource first, okay, which is staff here, right? And we have a different different type of resources. So let's say first resource is a sales. Okay, so work for the sales division, and currently let's say we have a so this capacity of the sales depends on the schedule. Okay, let's assume that it depends on the schedule, and schedule name is what? So let's type the sales schedule. Okay, sales schedule, and then rule is the schedule rule is wait, and BG per hour, either per hour. So let's say we have a unit cost here, hourly salary here, and here 2020, so that we can at the end of the simulation we can also calculate the operational cost as well by putting the values here. So these are the costs, right? So it's 2020, and no failure. And since we just set the new name of the schedule, we can specify the schedule, by the way. So let's go back to the schedule. So sales schedule, capacity, right, of the resource sales department here. And if you double click it, and let's say this is a hour, but we want to do the exactly same thing in the address in the textbook, so half hour, which is 30 minutes. okay? And then 30 minutes. And if you double click it, you can also make a schedule for this. Value, duration, so 1 hour for one step, 3 steps for 1 hour, right? Duration, 2.5 hours means 1 hour, right? And 1.5 hour. And 5, 2, and 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 3, and 5, 1, 3, 2, 2, 2, right? So now we have schedule for sales staff, right? Sales resources, sales resource. So this schedule is using where? Using the resource called sales, right? So this is the name of the schedule of this resource. Alrighty. Yeah, problem is that this model has so many different resources, right? And next one, we need to address the steps in this text step basically. Text step here. So let's type the name of the steps here. All right. So first name is charity, okay, fix charity, okay, and what about next? Charity, Noah, and Molly, Anna, Sammy, Tony, Aiden, Emma, Shelly, and Janie, also Christy. So this schedule actually did this profile, profile of resources are addressed in is addressed in the slide basically. Where was it? We have a description about here. Yes. So we have these people, and as you can see, we have these people at the technical support department, and we have Charity, Noah, Molly, Anna, Sammy, Tierney, and Aiden, and so on. And then based on that, and these are the time periods, and then we need to put the available time here. Okay, that's why we have to generate the how many schedules? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 schedules, right? And particularly if you look at Molly and Anna and Sammy, and then they can work for the different product lines, product 1 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, so that's why we need to create the schedule, other schedules, and you can choose the schedules or Control C and Control V here, and then type the name of schedule. So charity schedule, and then we have we know how much salary he can get. Noah, yes, Noah as well, 18 here. So Noah schedule, how, and then this information also is in the slide, right? So last time I already explained it. So here's information capacity about the sales staff, right? And then salary. Where are you? Yes, we have salary information here, right? $20 for sales staff, and then 18 from 18 to up to $22, right? For for the staff at the technical support department, right? All right, and then Noah schedule and also Molly schedule. Molly, Anna. And then we are going to use ignore rule here. And semi. All right, and then also the salary for per hour, right? Hourly salary, 22, 22. So because Molly can handle two different product types, and then Anna can handle three different product types, right? That's why. 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18. Yes, we are done here, right? And we need to specify the schedule here. So let's go back to the schedule data module here. Yes, also let me save the model under download call center model, right? And here same option, half width. Because of this, right? This table. Where is it? Table of the schedule. I'm sorry. Kind of hard to find table here. Yes, here. Yes, because of this table, right? And the time unit is half hour. Half hour. Sorry. Yeah, half hours. So here, right? And then for this, yes, you can double click it. So who is it? Charity. Charity is what? 4 different lines. 5 was it? 4, right? And then value 1 for 7, 0, 1. Yeah, value should be either 1 or 0, right? Because it's about one person. So 7195, yes. Why? Because 7, right? Cherry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So 1 for 7, so 3.5 hours, and then 30-minute break, and then another 4, 6, 8, 9, another 9 periods, right? So that's why 1, 9, and then 0, 5, right? For this, right? 0, 5. And what about Noah? Noah, the same thing. You can do the same thing, right? Noah here. Noah, let's look at it. Noah, okay. So 0 for 5, right? 5 period. So 0, 5, right? And then 1 for what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 6. 1, 6, right? And then 0 for 1. And then 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. 1, 10 for the next one. 1, sorry, 110. Okay, so click this one. And we need to do the similar thing for all other employees. Yes, it's a time consuming. Yes, so that's why simulation modeling actually simulation modeling takes time. So you need the patience. Patience, right? Here, okay, 02, 16, 01, 110, 03, okay. 04, 15, 01, 111, 01, and semi. 03, 17, 01, 19, 02, sorry, okay, 17, 01, 19, 05, yes, 05. 05, 14, 01, 110, oh sorry, 12. Yes, 12. And Emma. 03, 15, 01, 111, 02. So you need to check the schedule shown in the slide, okay? Based on that, you can make these schedules. Shall we? One 7, 01, 19, 05. Good. Oh, not you. 05, 14, 01, 112. And finally, last one. Okay, 05. No. Let me check. 03, 15, 01, 111. And then we need to have one more, 02. Right? Once again, if you go back to the schedule, yes, Christy. So 0 for 2, right? Okay, yes. So now we have schedule for each resource, each step, in other words, and these schedule are used in the this resource data module. So each resource here, each person will follow follow the schedule, right? Each own schedule here. Okay, and then go back to the set. Since we didn't actually specify the set of resource, 3 different resource sets, so we need to go back, right? And then for product one, uh, according to this table, so Charity, Noah, Molly, Anna, Sammy, right, can work for this product. So you can choose. Actually, you can choose the people here. So resource, no, technically charity, where is charity? Charity, Noah, you can choose Noah, and Molly, also Anna, also Sammy. Yay! So Charity, Noah, Molly, Anna, Sammy. Close it. And next one. Next is what? Next one. How many? So Anna, Sammy, Kearney, Aiden, Emma. Okay. Yes. Double click. Double click here. Yes. Okay. Kearney, Aiden, Emma, Anna, Sammy. Phew. And then last one. Now we have 6 basically. Why? Because number 3, right? Molly, Anna, Sammy. Mia, Ian, Christy. No, I think the naming changed it, right? So it's slightly different from this one. Oh, anyway, yeah, I don't know why different version of textbook keep changing the name. Right, sorry. Yes, Shelly, Jenny, Christy, and Molly, Anna, Sammy. And save the file. And here, if you go back to the process one here, and then now we can specify the module, right? So let's change the name first. Process product type 1 tech call. All right, and see delay release here, and we can add the resource set. So here you can choose set, and here is a set name, right? Product 1. And here 1 unit will be seized. And here also we can use a different type of the seizing rule. So random, cyclical, and preferred order. Okay, and we are going to use a preferred order here, preferred order, and attribute name is a tech call type, right? And then this one is assigned where? Assigned. So click OK, and assigned by the assign module, right? Previous assign module. And here we have minute and expression, and this is given through the tech time. Oops, I'm sorry. Yeah, tech time. Right. So if you go back, and here we have tech call type, right? And this is using where? Using here to indicate the name of the resource, actually the index of the resource in this product 1 set. Okay. Got it. And then here, tech time. Tech time was where? Tech time. So here, so there are several ways to use time here. So instead of tag time, you can use a triangular distribution directly, but by using the expression here, like a variable, global variable here, and then we can actually, here, if you go to the expression, we can specify the definition of expression called tag time, having the certain expression like a distribution, triangular 3, 6, 18. So in this case, by using this expression, if you want to change the time used for the all three different process modules, so we are going to generate other process module, and then basically by changing the value over here, we can change the value, actually the processing time of all three different product types here. So you will see this one soon. So let me copy and paste this one, and here and there. By the way, whenever you use the same name here, and then you will have an error here. So that's why. So you need to change it. And here we have, so let's change the detail setting of the other modules. And double click this one. This one, name of this one should be tool, right? Call tool, entity type, and feature. And tech call entity type will be tech call tool, right? Here. And what about the picture? So if you want it, you can change the picture of this one as a red ball. Okay, and call type, it should be 2, not 1, right? Click OK. Got it? And what about the third one? Double click it. This one is 3, and edit, call type should be 3, and call, and then edit. Instead of green ball, red ball, you can put the yellow ball. And also index should be 3 instead of 1, right? Now we have 3 different assign modules here, 2, 3, right? So we have these 3, and then next. All right, and then double click this second process module, and here its name should be 2, right, instead of 1, and double click this one here, and then we are going to use a second set, right? And then tackle type, right? 2, tackle type 1, right? Oh, when I explain it, and then I explained it differently. So here, this attribute tag called type will save the index information of the this resources in this set. So if the molly or semi or others are used in this module. So if you remember the set of the product 1, and then there was a charity, Noah, Molly, and Semi, right, in sequence. So if charity is, in this case, because this is a product 2, right? So product 2, we have Tierney, Aiden, Emma, and Semi, basically, in this set. So if Tierney is selected and then 1, each index value is 1, so 1 will be stored in this attribute. And if Aiden is selected in this set, and then 2 will be saved in this attribute, okay? And we are still using the same expression here. What I'm saying is that here, right? So you have a second one, right? Tierney is 1, index of the Tierney is 1 in this set, and the Aiden is 2, and the Emma is 3, okay? So this is the index 1, 2, 3, okay? Of the resources in the set, in the resource set, right? And here, make a connection, and the third one is 3, right? 3, and edit product type should be 3 as well, and click OK, and OK. right? And this, after this, what? After this, we have to release trunk line, right? You remember that? And release what? Release. So name should be release trunk line. And add resource name should be trunk line, 1 unit of the trunk line, right? So that trunk can be available whenever call leaves the system or departs the system. And then after that, we can also collect the statistics here. So let me put another record module. I call the record completed calls. And type is a count and completed calls, right? And after this, we can put dispose module. This time dispose module. And next is about the sales calls. So, right? So put another assign module. And here name should be assign sales call sales entity type and picture, right? And then let's say entity type sales call and entity picture. Do we have any other balls? Let me just keep blue ball here. Okay. And then we can put process module. Let's say this is a process sales call. And seize delay release. Add seize 1 unit of what? Sales staff, right? So here. And triangular minute value added 4, 15, and what? 45? Yes. Okay. You can also check the time unit of different modules, right? Should be minute, right? Okay. And then here, right after that, we can make a connection. So 16% of the incoming calls, and then also what? After this, release the trunk line. So let me just change the location of this one for better view. Maybe here, yes. Great. And what else? Last one. So another assign module to change the picture. And actually, we don't have to do this, but anyway, let's do this anyway. Do the same thing for the last department. So order what? Order status entity type and picture. Oh, so actually there are two different things: assign module and assign attribute here. So you can use one of them, or actually based on your need. But in this case, in our actually class, you can just use this assign module. because it is more generic one. But also you can, if you want it, you can use assign attribute module as well. Order, status, entity, and type, and picture. And entity type is order status call. Entity picture is box. Yes, okay, right. And there is a delay time, right? Delay. Delay time of what? Triangular distribution. Order status delay. And here, delay time, triangular distribution, with 2, 3, 4, or in minute. And then we also have a decide module. Have to have a decide module right after this, because I think about 85% call or 15 call needs to go through the the technical support basically. Sales information, need the sales information, right? So conversation with the sales staff. So that's why. And here, let me put so in this case, we also want to have a priority for the assignment of the sales step for this call. You can assign the priority basically using this module. So set order status call priority and clear it. And here attribute, and let's say this is a sales call priority, and this is 1. And here put siege module. Where are you? So name is a call siege sales person, and here add resource of the sales, and with 1 click OK. And here you can actually use the same queue used by the sales call, process sales call. All right, so this is the same as this one. So you can delete one of them. And here, if you go to the data module, and here's the queue, right? And we have this queue, and then you can actually specify the priority rule for each queue. And here, let's say we want to have a highest priority for this call, not this call here, because this one has a value 1, right, as a priority, and then this one is what? 0, right, initially, because we didn't set the value for this. So that's why initially it's 0. So lowest attribute value, will have a highest priority, and then attribute name is what? We just specify it. So sales call priority. And share the queue. Click it. Right. Good. And save it. And we need to put the delay. So there is a delay basically. Where are you? Delay module. Delay after this, right? And this is a conversation delay, basically status conversation with sales person. So let me just, oops, sorry, status conversation. Very lengthy name. But it's better to use this kind of name because later on, anyway, you need to understand the meaning of each module. So that's why. So, and then here we have triangular distribution with the 3 parameter, 2, 3, 4. Right, okay. And after this, we need to release the resource, right? So you can put the release salesperson basically. Is it here? Release the salesperson, right? And this one, orders, status, call. Okay, so and then this one, after this one, this will release trunk line and then leave the system. Whew. And this is design module. Oh, we didn't specify the design module here. 85%. And no salesperson required. So 85% will directly leave the system. Here and there. And save the model. And if you go to the run setup here, we can specify the simulation run condition here. Okay, and let's say we want to run the simulation forever, not forever, and basically we want to specify the terminating condition for the simulation. So t now, let's say t now should be equal to greater than equal to where 10 hours, so which means 600 minutes, right? And then time unit is minute, so you can use 600 here. All right, and then what number of busy server, I mean the trunk line, equal to 0. So trunk line is not busy at all, right? And save the model. So finally, we have this large simulation model. And let me run it. And now I have an error. So unconnected exit point. That means, yes, disconnected, right? So you need to put what? You need to put connection here and there and here and there, right? And then rerun it and save the model. And then rerun it. So simulation is running, right? So it will run for more than 10 hours, I guess. And it will stop when these trunk lines are empty. So let me just speed up the simulation model. And we have an error. Why? Because simulation time is greater than, unfortunately, greater than 600. So that's why you got an error like this, right? Index 1, set 1, right? So So it seems like we need to do more, right, on the terminating condition of this simulation model, right? So let me stop this one. So anyway, it is running very smoothly without having any issue until the 600 minutes, right, in simulation time. So, but according to the description of our problem, our model, and basically we need to stop the model, right? Stop the model, and also we need to what? We need to do this. We need to stop to generate the incoming call after the 6 p.m. basically as well. So that's why you need to think about the arrival logic, actually cutoff logic of the entity of the incoming call here. But in order to solve the current issue, let me briefly adjust the parameters in the set. So statistic. So here, if you look at it, we are using this one, right? And then we got error associated this expression, right? Because this value can go up to 11, right? So in this means it means that we need to modify the set basically. Where are you? That's here, and because this one only have 10 elements here, right? So index number is up to 10, not 11. So if you want it, you can put more. And then let me save it, and then let me run it again. So now 12, right? So by modifying the record module, and basically you can actually stop. You can actually solve the previous issue, but now index value is 12, which means the simulation is run for what? Run for more than 11 hours, right? So that's why this value is 12, which means 11, right? This part is 11, greater, right? So this part is 11, right? So that's why. So we need to solve the issue. So again, once again, we need to actually really stop to generate the incoming calls after 6 p.m., which means after 10 hours, because if you calculate the duration of between these two numbers, 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., and after 10 hours, we shouldn't generate the incoming calls according to this description, right? Shut out, incoming calls shut out after 6 p.m. Only generate between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., right? So let's think about the cutoff logic here. By the way, I explained this one in the previous lecture, right? So please see the previous lecture to have a very good understanding about the incoming call or cutoff logic here. All right, incoming calls. So here, cutoff logic. So in order to do that, let's create the hypothetical or the fake entity here, right? Using this create module. So let's say this is for the arrival cutoff of the incoming call. Arrival, so cut off, and the name is create arrival cutoff entity. Yes, and then constant and 999. Just put the big number. Minute. And max arrival is 1, so we are going to create only one entity at time at 10 hours, so at 6 p.m., so after 10 hours. So this one entity will be generated by this create module. So interval time duration is not really matter, right? So that's why you need to put the big number, because we are just generating one entity, right? Not the next one. So create just one entity using this another create module here, and then put assign module. And we are going to change the value of variable. So variable name is max calls, and set the value as a 1. because this number, because there is a issue. So because this number should be greater than or equal to 1, that's why max arrival. So max call is 1, and then let me change the name of this one. Sorry. Cut off incoming calls. Okay, and then dispose. So basically, it will not affect the statistic. Okay, here dispose. And then dispose name is dispose of arrival cut off entity. All right. So now the role of this module is what? Change the max arrival, basically max calls. Set max call as 1 at 6 p.m. right? 6 p.m. right? 6 p.m. which is, in other words, 600 simulation minutes, right? And then we need to use that global variable, right, called max calls here, right, as a here. Make sense? Why? Because after that, there will be no more arrival. That's why. And so save the model and then run it. I'm sorry. There was a mistake. So go back to the variable. I need to declare the variable, right? Yes, that's my fault. I'm sorry. So definition variable, there is a max call. Initially it does not have any value, so that's why we have an error. So put the bin number 999999. Sounds good? Okay, and save the model and then rerun it. So yes, incoming calls. And here time goes up to 600, right? And then after that, what happens? No more incoming calls. So if you look at the monitor here and the screen here, and then no more no more entities, no more incoming calls in the system. So all entities already left the system. So 646 actually incoming calls there enter the system, and then the number left call is also 646. The same, right? All calls, all incoming calls are left, right? And then, however, due to the ongoing service after 6 p.m., we need to spend about additional about 40 minutes, additional 40 minutes, right, to clear this system, right, to process ongoing work or working process, right? So anyway, after that, the simulation ended at this time. Whenever you run the simulation model, this time can actually vary slightly, right, according to the situation in the system or remaining time of the incoming call in the system. You got it? And yes, we want to see the data. You need to allow the content and then take time. Arena will generate the output or statistics, right? So you can see the statistics here for tech core 1, tech core 2, tech core 3, right? That's why we change the entity types, because based on the entity type name, actually you can also see the statistics. So okay, so for Proc 1 we need to spend this time, and for Proc 2 we spend this time, total time. So it seems like Proc 2, Core 2 required longer time than other product. Mhm. Well, interesting. And what about the other statistics, right? So output by step and the counter, yes. Period of the rejected call, right? First hours, too many. And then what about next one? Also many. And how about the period 11, 10, right? We don't have, yes. So it seems like we need to increase capacity during the first three period. Make sense, right? That's why, because this is the number of rejected call. So you need to think about increased capacity basically of the trunk line during this time. Okay, make sense? All right. Also, if you want it, you can also see the cost information, but in order to do that, we need to have a, yes, we need to have, also you can, oh, sorry, we need to have a cost, actually the uh, summary as well. However, here you can look at it and then you can see the utilization of each step, right? So Aiden, Anna, also the and Charity, right? And then Christy, right? So you can check who is really busy here. And Shelly is really busy, right? Also sales staff is very busy as well, right? So you may need to hire one more person or one more person to reduce the utilization of this one, right? Sales staff hires one more sales staff, or also you can maybe you want to hire another staff to support the Shelly's job, right? If you look at this utilization. All right, this is the end of today. All right, and then please review this video and then also the modify your model and play with it. Thank you.